Hi everyone, welcome back to Today is Tomorrow's Past. Today we're looking at the history of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a national holiday celebrated in the United States of America, but it's also celebrated in various other countries around the globe. It's celebrated every year on the fourth Thursday in November. Many people use it as a day to reflect on the positive things in life and spend time with their families. Nearly everyone gets 1 or 2 days off school or work, and it marks the beginning of the Christmas holiday season. Most people have a big meal and usually eat turkey. There's also lots of big American football matches on the TV and famous parades through the cities. The origins of Thanksgiving in the US go back to the 17th century, when Europeans travelled over to start new lives in America. Evidence from as early as 1500 show days of Thanksgiving and harvest festivals were celebrated in Europe and Britain. So when the early colonists travelled to America looking for new lives, they took their customs with them. In September 1620, a small ship called the Mayflower left England carrying 102 passengers. An assortment of individuals seeking a new home where they could freely practice their faith, and other individuals lured by the promise of prosperity and land ownership in the New World. After a treacherous and uncomfortable crossing that lasted 66 days, the Mayflower crossed Massachusetts Bay, where the Pilgrims, as they are now commonly known, began the work of establishing a colony. Throughout that first brutal winter, most of the colonists remained on board the ship, where they suffered from exposure, scurvy, and outbreaks of contagious disease. Only half of the Mayflower's original passengers and crew lived to see their first spring. In March, the remaining settlers moved ashore, where they received an unexpected visit from a Native American Indian from the Wampanoag people. Prior to this visit, the Pilgrims had had trouble growing enough food to eat and survive in their new home. The Native Americans taught the Pilgrims how to grow crops successfully and thrive. In November 1621, after the Pilgrims' first corn harvest proved successful, they organized a celebratory feast and invited a group of their Native American allies. The festival lasted for 3 whole days and is now widely recognized as America's first Thanksgiving. The Pilgrims held their second Thanksgiving celebration in 1623 to mark the end of a long drought that had threatened the year's harvest. And Days of Thanksgiving became an annual or occasional event in other New England settlements as well. For more than 2 centuries, Days of Thanksgiving were celebrated by individual colonies and states. In 1817, New York became the first of several states to officially adopt an annual Thanksgiving holiday. Each state celebrated it on a different day, however, and the American South remained largely unfamiliar with the tradition. Modern Thanksgiving was proclaimed for all states in 1863 by Abraham Lincoln, influenced by Sarah Josepha Hale, who wrote letters to politicians for approximately 40 years advocating it as an official holiday, earning her the nickname the Mother of Thanksgiving. Lincoln agreed with Sarah and set National Thanksgiving Day for the first Thursday in November. On October 31st, 1939, President Franklin D. Roosevelt changed the holiday to the next to last Thursday in November for business reasons. However, it was changed again on December 26, 1941 to the current date of the fourth Thursday in November.